Who are you? I'm you, but stronger. 7-Eleven? Nah, 812, bitch. Oh my god! They made a sequel to 7-Eleven! This one has even more Slurpees than before, and the hot dogs are slightly less toxic. What a time to be alive. Good morning, good evening, and good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between, and welcome to the cheap knockoff of a much better product. I'm the cheap knockoff, it's me. In my last video, because I'm lazy and will run a joke into the ground rather than coming up with something new to say, I made way too many jokes about me being a quite clone. So now that I've chosen the path of being a shitty knockoff of a much better channel, I think it would only be on brand for me to look at some crappy off-brands. You see what I did there? I'm funny. Before we get into the action, if you don't already hate the sound of my voice, you might as well subscribe. I bet you $20 you can't find the subscribe button. Prove me wrong. And as always, if this video tickles your fancy, you can find a link at the end to the last time I robbed Quite for content. Jeez, take a shot every time I say Quite. I think I might have an unhealthy obsession here. Anyways, let's get into this shit. I think I'll stick to Nutella. Coincidentally, Nutmaster was my nickname in sophomore year of high school. Nobody actually called me that, but I would write it instead of my name on all my exams. I was very popular, can you tell? Gotta be honest though, bud, if you're calling it Nutmaster, I don't think it's supposed to be that color. Either you pulled the classic trick of mixing in some chocolate to add to the flavor, or you should probably see a doctor. It's supposed to be a bright green, not a dark brown. Why are you looking at me weird? This Winnie the Pooh blanket. Speaking of Nutmaster, what in the hell is Pooh Bear scarfing down here? Honey ain't white, pal, that's all I'm saying. I honestly didn't really have many jokes in mind for this one, I just felt a really deep need to include it because look at his goddamn face. Look at that side eye, that raised eyebrow, he is downright devious. Why am I doing the Italian hands? What? This image is burned into my brain. I see his face when I close my eyes at night, and I needed to curse you all with the same fate as myself so I could finally be free of his grasp, slipping through his fingers like honey. Jesus. Ah yes, my favorite drink. Diet Cock. I mean Diet Cock. Sorry, Diet Cock. Sorry, I meant Diet Cock. What really kills me about this one is it's not even a soda, it's a fucking hot sauce. Like, of all things to rip off for a hot sauce label, why Coke? Why not Sriracha? Whether you're drinking it or snorting it, this stuff is gonna cause some damage if you get it confused with a different kind of Coke. And this is too obvious to be a mistake. The only explanation is that the creators of Cock have malicious intent. They know that people are gonna get it mixed up. They're counting on it even. They want you to drink hot sauce. Those evil bastards. Behold, the one, the only, Biohazard Boy. Holy shit, it's my favorite superhero, Biohazard Boy. I'll be honest, I mainly included this one so I could have an excuse to do a really bad Walter White impression. Jesse, we need to cook, Jesse. Jesse, why are you standing next to your own severed head? Jesse, this is fucking creepy. One of my favorite pieces of Breaking Bad trivia is that the blue meth was actually rock candy, and Aaron Paul would snack on it in between takes. I wonder if he ever got confused and snorted the rock candy by mistake instead of real meth. I know I have. It's an easy mistake to make. Ah yes, Dave, my favorite beauty cream bar. I just love rubbing Dave's cream all over my naked body in the shower. God, I felt dirty reading that. What the fuck? In my humble opinion, they need to name more household items after people. I feel like it would create a lot more unnecessary misunderstandings in everyday life, which is something I'm always here for. Create confusion and misunderstandings, mess with the people's brains. I am a lord of chaos, and my name is fucking Dave. Hey, that kind of rhymed. I should do poetry. Ah yes, the world famous Hollywood Hill, singular. So you think this is just a crappy off-brand, but the way I see it, this is an act of justice. Hollywood has had a monopoly on the film industry for far too long, and these folks come along trying to create some healthy competition, and what do? You laugh at them, you sick fucks. You should be ashamed of yourselves. If I ever get married, I'm gonna propose next to this Hollywood sign to avoid the crowds. Plus, it looks like an easier hike. I don't really have the leg strength to get to the actual sign. I'm just kidding, I'm a ski racer. I have all the leg strength in the world, fight me. I let my nephews download an off-brand Guitar Hero, and these are the songs they played. Alright, so I mainly included this one because I'm stupid and can't tell what all these songs are supposed to say. You know, I figured out Six Country Army, I Give Love a Good Name, Eye of the Lion, and of course Hotel Massachusetts, but if you know any others, please let me know in the comments. I have too much pride to Google it for myself. I do kind of want to know the lyrics to Hotel Massachusetts, though. Like, if the original is about drug addiction or a cat house, I've heard both those interpretations, then what would this one be about? Like, what's in Massachusetts? I've been there once for a school field trip, and all we did was visit historical sites in Boston. I did get to go on one of those duck boats, though. That was fun. Man, I sure do love Ant Hero and Amazing Strange Rope. With the way the MCU has been going, this might be the best way forward. Give me an Ant Hero and Amazing Strange Rope crossover, and I might just go see it in theaters. Also, obligatory cum joke. You know who was blasting some strange rope on your mom last night? Thank you, I'll be here all week. Mobile games are just a treasure trove for crappy off-brand shit. I don't know why people make the wackiest mobile games, but it's a very odd phenomenon. With the way brain rot's been headed, I don't think I'd have the stomach to look at what's popular on the App Store among iPad kids right now. The thing is, these two games have decently high ratings. I might have to check them out. Mother knew I wanted a Roomba, but didn't want to waste that much money on one, so she found one for a bargain. Note, it has 0 vacuuming ability. What a bargain indeed. For the low price of whatever the hell you paid for this thing, you get literally nothing. Roombas are already kind of silly as a concept, but get rid of the vacuum and you've basically just got a little robot landmine going around bashing into stuff around your house. I really want to know who made this product because it literally serves no purpose. Maybe the user is expected to supply the suction themselves by lying on the Roomba and sucking crumbs up into their mouth off the floor. That seems like a good idea. You clean your house and you get a little snack out of the whole deal. This off-brand Roomba is growing on me, I gotta say. Of course, we have the stages of butter grief. Denial, I can't believe it's not butter. Anger, what? Not butter? Bargaining, could it be butter? Depression, this is not butter. And finally, acceptance. Margarine. I'll be honest, this is pretty accurate. Fake butter does force me through all the stages of grief at once. My personal favorite is anger. I like to imagine this dude coming home after a long day of work and opening up his fridge only to find that he's accidentally purchased some fake butter. Of course, he then screams something along the lines of, "What? Not butter?" And he does so loudly enough to shatter all the windows in his house before grumpily spreading the fake butter on some bread. No other words are spoken in this ordeal. He just feels very strongly about his butter. That all being said, at the end of the day, acceptance is pretty important. All these other butters are trying to be something that they're not, but the margarine accepts itself for what it truly is, and I respect that. It's not butter, and that's okay. It's just a shittier version of perfectly good butter, just like I'm a shittier version of a perfectly good YouTuber. Look at that, the video came full circle. Yep, I think that's gonna be it for today, folks. The link I mentioned should be on screen now, so go check that out if you feel like it. And as always, thank you so much for watching this video, ladies and gentlemen, and everyone in between. And always remember to stay happy, stay healthy, and most importantly, stay humble, because when it comes down to it, we are all just airheads. Have a good night, everyone. Wow, I think that might be the first time I've gotten it on the first try. Holy shit.